Well, today is the end of our 2035-2036 season, year 18 for the Minneapolis Wolves. And while there's really not much to play for as far as standings go, because as you can see as these standings kind of toggle through here, the playoff spots are pretty much locked in with the last game starting here. We've got everybody in the Pacific is pretty much locked in. The Canucks do have a chance to take the final wild card spot away from the Blackhawks. It's just a two-team race for that last spot. We're locked in. The Stars and Jets are locked in our division. And then we're looking at, the Atlantic pretty much locked in there. And the Metropolitan locked in. So nothing can happen in the East. Nothing major can happen in the West here in the last game. Just a matter of if the Blackhawks or the Canucks get in. So, with all that being said, what we're looking at for us personally is we're looking at who's going to break the seal here on the top point getter on our team this year. We got Clackson, Roy, Pelley, and Conklin all tied. Four-way tie at the top there. So that'll be interesting to see what happens. Otherwise, we don't have a whole lot else going on. Let's see here. We're going to take a look at the lines real quick. We just have been dealing with some injuries as of late. It's been kind of rough. Pat Glenncross's coming back from injury. We're missing Mario Desharnais as well. But everybody else is pretty much getting back to healthy. England was a little injured for a bit. He is back. We've been dealing with some injuries on the back end, but everybody is healthy currently, and that's kind of the hope and the goal going forward into the playoffs here, is that everybody can stay healthy. Just getting everybody one last game as close as we can to a normal starting lineup. Obviously, with Desharnais out, that throws a wrench in things. You'd normally see him on these power play lines, but Lucas Galvin's going to get a chance to center that second line. And again, we're really glad to have Glenn Cross back in the lineup. I was going to give Boudreau the night off since he's going to be our workhorse going into the playoffs, but Clackson, originally I had him scheduled to play the third to last game, and then the last game, which would be this game, was going to have Boudreau play the second to last game and then get a breather. However, Clackson put up a shutout in his third to last game, and I usually reward people that are on a hot streak like that by getting back-to-back games. So Clackson played 2 in a row. Boudreau got a little bit of a rest, but I'm going to get him one more game to finish off his rookie season. He's played 50 games, 41 wins. Really solid statistics from the young goaltender. So we're going to have him attempt to finish strong here against the Canadians before the playoffs start. One thing I do want to point out, we've got Roy Crombeen here, 34 years old. He has been on our team on and off. He started with the Wild, drafted by the Wild. I don't think he played a single game for the Wild before I traded for him. He was in their minor league system. But then he did end up on the Wild again at one point, came back to us. Then he went to Montreal for a while and ended up here again. He's kind of bounced all over the place. He's done 3 separate stints with us. But I will say with very high certainty that this should be his last regular season game and his last playoffs with us. He's been solid, being a mostly second or third line winger. The dude's put up, as you can see there, 37 points. Can't ask much more from him. But he does carry a $2.6 million cap hit, which we're going to need to open up that cap space for some of the young kids that we got coming up, and we need to make roster space for those young kids. So while I've appreciated everything that Roy Crombeen has put into this franchise over the years, this is going to be about it for him. Still 34, he's going to have a chance to play somewhere else, but I just want to kind of enjoy this last game, and one of the reasons I want to stream is both, you know, for him and then for Riley Hollweg, who I'm still undecided on. Hollweg's 30, so a little younger than Crombeen. He's had a struggle of the last couple seasons. This year, though, ended up kind of bouncing back, putting up 41 points on the season as a predominantly fourth liner, which is incredible. So, been a huge penalty killer, big physical presence, and he's really, really good when he's paired up with Carlson, which, due to the injury to Mario Desharnais, he is not paired up with Carlson currently, but probably 95% of the season he has been, and it's been a very, very solid combination. Still undecided on his future. His cap hit is 2.25, kind of like Crombeen, so it's, again, just a lot for a third or fourth liner, but Hollweg's been asking for about half of that in his latest contract negotiations, so if he's willing to take a lower contract next year, there's a possibility that he could be back, but again, I'm still undecided. So for two guys, and Hollweg and Crombeen, that have put a lot into this franchise, I just wanted to highlight them one final time here, if this is in fact their last regular season game with us. And then this is really all due to algorithm stuff. I have no idea what the thought is. I can almost guarantee Conklin and Glenn Cross won't retire yet. But Gavin Pelley, you never know. This dude's 37. He'll be 38 next year. He is under contract. We have him... we've got him... Oh, maybe he's not... Or, you know what? He did sign a new deal. That's what it is. This only shows his current deal that's expiring. I did get him on a 2-year deal, I believe. So, he is signed, but this is his 18th season. He is the only player on my team to be here all 18 seasons. As you can see, we drafted him in the 6th round in 2017, and he has been a first-line winger pretty much ever since. So, the dude has put in some work. I don't know if the game will be like, alright, he's 38, it's time to retire. I have a feeling, since I've seen some guys play upwards of 20 years, although it is rare, since he's still producing at a high level. I mean, he's got 60 points this year, and he's still an 84 overall. So I don't think the algorithm will look at it and go, okay, he's too old, or he's not performing well enough, so he's going to retire. But I don't really know how it works when the computer determines retiring ages, so I would lean more towards the side of I think he'll be back, but it's out of my control at this point. So hoping that Gavin Pelley will be back next season. If not, what an incredible ride it's been for him. So with that being said, we're going to take a look at the Canadians real quick. Our matchup for today, we are in Montreal, which is one of my favorite goal songs, so if they score on us, I'm not always super bummed, but let me see what we're looking at for Montreal, who is a playoff team this year. They are locked in. They're going to be in the Eastern Conference race. As you can see, they boast a really, really solid top line with Boyd, Trojanovic, and Swanson. Those guys have all been on their team for quite a while now. You can see they're in their late 20s to early 30s, so they've got some chemistry. It looks like they've got some really solid players down the middle, but their wingers, on the other hand, not so great, including Johnny Lyles. Really good young potential. He's 20 and he's got elite potential, but man, he is not there yet. I don't know why he's in their lineup right now. Stefan Beauregard is one of our former players that's been playing in Montreal since we traded him a few years ago. And again, this is one of the teams that Crombeen played for a few years. But here's probably why they're doing so well. Paired with that one top line, they have a really, really solid defense. In fact, this is one of the best defenses I've seen from a computer team. Alex Raleigh actually leads the league in points as a defenseman. I looked that up the other day. He is killing it. I mean, you can see there he's got 65 points, which is about 10 more than my best defenseman. Dude is insane. Really, really solid defenseman, and their whole lineup is just as good. I mean, really impressive defensive group here. And then if we look at their goalies, They've got Robinson Carlos, who is one of the top goalies in the league right now, in the heart of his career at 30 years of age. So, again, we're not really playing for a whole lot right now, but this could be a look into the future if both of our teams are able to make it to the Cup. We might be seeing this team again in a few weeks. Never really know, but with that being said, we're going to go ahead and dive right in. Our main goal here, like I said, we want to win. Obviously, we want to go into the playoffs with some confidence and some momentum, but we just mainly don't want to get anybody injured is the big thing. We played a very, very emotional game against the Blackhawks the other day, trying to keep them out of the playoffs. Obviously, with the division rivalry, it got a little chippy, and Desharnais got injured, so hopefully it's not too physical of a game. Neither of these teams want to lose anybody right before the playoffs, but that's kind of the main concern. Don't get anybody injured before the playoffs. So, yeah, let's see what happens.
What you've done in your last game, they want a big win here tonight. The Canadians are taking care of business here at home. We talk about how important it is to win your home game.
There's the potential Norris winning defenseman rally for the Canadians.
Let's look at the starting netminders. Carlos has gotten the call.
Wow, Carlos just amazing stats right there. One of the big reasons why Montreal's doing so well, I'm sure. And Boudreau with very, very similar numbers, but not nearly the same amount of shutouts. 5 shutouts compared to 11. Carlos is insane. So the big thing after looking at their lineups, I mean, the offense is probably going to come from their top line or their power play. Don't really need to worry as much about the depth of their team. But their defense is going to be solid, their goaltending is going to be solid, so those are the things to look for.
Minneapolis has possession in their own end. Gets in, and he'll look over his options. Looking from the corner. And angled to Curry. One-timer.
Ooh, Pelley gets hooked, so we're going to get an early power play opportunity here.
Minneapolis has gotten the goalie to the bench, and the extra man's on. To the front. One team is going to be short from this. Let's see what the call is. The Canadians are given a hooking minor.
I mean, we'll take it. That's what a strong first shift will do.
Reach with your stick and pull on the opponent. You're going to the penalty box.
And so begins power play number 1. Let's see if it's power play goal number 1. Grabbed, the 2 centermen tied up, but there was a good reach there. Oh, here's a wrister. Saved off the mask. It's cleared back.
Let's
and
get
this
clear.
forces a recoil. Nichols is in his own zone trying to get to center ice. Gains the zone. Great stick work prevents the pass from being complete.
Oh, man.
He's got it, but has to get rid of it. And we get a
Well, England got his stick underneath the skate of the defenseman, and that's going to nullify our early power play.
A player hit the ice.
So we're going to have a nice, healthy minute and a half of 4-on-4, and then we'll be looking at some penalty kill for about 30 seconds. Ooh.
Snapping a pass to Para. Nice tip of the pass. Right out of the textbook. Good stick work, and for that reason, it's a chance for the offense. Gains the zone. And he picks it up.
Man.
Just great positional play. Lets it go. Oh, a save there. Loose puck, it went off some.
I haven't had a lot. Oh, yeah, that was real bad.
They didn't wait till everybody got here, did
Both of our defensemen were caught below the goal line. Nobody out front since it's a 4-on-4. The wingers are both up kind of near the blue line. There's no center to cover the front of the net, so
You get this close
That was not good.
On your stick, you got to snap it quick. Once the turnover's
I get to hear Ale Montreal.
one direction, the dangerous man is behind them, and it's a perfect shot inside the post.
Montreal's ahead by 1 goal here in the first period. A lot of time still left to play, but getting one and breaking the tie was huge.
Just a fantastic goal song. I wish they would have stuck with that in Montreal. They got rid of it in the last few years, so it's a bummer. But
Moving it to Para. Offside stops the clock.
It's always kind of fun to play against your former teammates, yet you have to be careful not to take it easy on somebody before they go around you and you figure out, oh, this is a game for real.
The Canadians win that neutral zone faceoff. Gets across, looks over his options. Looks ahead to start something. Nudged off at just the last, blocked.
alright.
Oh, a save there.
Now it's penalty kill time for about 30 seconds.
He's got possession, he's just got to get rid of it. Oh, they got it out. They check the clock and prepare to defend some more. A backhand shot. Looking for options. Chips it back.
This is textbook hockey by the Canadians.
Tremendous pressure.
Alright.
Defender held his
And
ground.
that errant pass by Montreal is going to do it for the power play.
We're back at full strength.
That power play looked great, but it wasn't dangerous at all. They passed
That was a bad
never got it into the middle where the real
pass.
danger
Oh.
area is.
Nice block by England.
Minneapolis in control as they travel up the wing. Save. Propelled to England. The Canadians setting things up in their own end. Into the end of attack. Flings it. Shooter.
Ooh, nice glove by Boudreau. Yeah, that's it shows that graphic of Pelley having 60 points. That's what I'm most interested in. Is they got 4 guys in a tie for 60 points on our team. Never had that before. We've had some close races in the past, but not nearly this close. Nice glove save by Carlos on a good opportunity from England.
One of the reasons is he has not been able to put anything on the board. Usually when a player of his ilk hasn't scored a goal, he's been able to create something with a pass. Nothing has happened for him. He hasn't had a point in a long time.
Could be trouble near the line. He imposed his will. Lets it fly. Got his stick on it. On to Burns. Gets in. What'll he do? One timer.
Nice glove save. Oh, shoot. We're going to keep the puck moving, but Davis overskated it.
And he steps across the line. Big chance.
Oh, man, that almost went in by accident.
Pass through the middle. He's got it on his stick. Pitching it to Davis. Oh, it's very important if he can get that out. Sent out, and he'll make him chase it. He's going to skate it on back now.
Oh, jeez.
Pass attempt to Para.
I think Hollweg got bumped by the guy coming off the bench there. That was kind of a weird interaction.
Nice job, straight
Which should, in theory, be probably like an interference or too many men call, but
in their own end, shifting from
the game doesn't really do any kind of too many men calls because it triggers one guy jumping on right as the other guy's jumping off, so there's never confusion with that.
He could start some danger here. Lets the shot fly. No! Gotta get it on net.
Well, that doesn't miss by much, Doc. The one-timer skims wide of the net, but that puck was wobbling when it got to him.
Pitching this one to Davis. Good intercept.
Passing one off
now to Para.
Really wish that
Shoots one.
Carlson wouldn't have opted to let that go. He was in a much better position to take that pass. I mean, it's nice that they do that in the game where, you know, you pass it at a guy and sometimes they'll lift their skate up and let it go through them to another guy behind them, but That was one of those times where I was passing to Carlson specifically, and I wanted him to take that puck, and he tried to let it go to England, and it forces us into an offside situation and a turnover.
Neutralized face-off win. Laid on to Glenn Cross. Let's go, Arisha.
There's Pelley.
And that for him is a milestone goal number 30 this year.
Ooh, 30 and 61 points now. And Conklin assisted on it. That was a pretty average looking rush. That was just a really, really good shot by Pelley over the blocker. And that puts Pelley and Conklin at 61 points on the year. So they now have a leg up on Andrew Clackson and rookie Luke Roy.
The Canadians have gotten to center ice. He gains the zone. Broke it up well with poke check. A shot. He covers and holds on.
It's a good little rush. We'll get our second line out there now. It's an offensive zone face-off. Jesus, Nichols has got 50. Plus 50 for Nichols. That's insane.
Face-off, he ties his man up, and so the puck goes to his team. The Canadians wheel it up the wing. Corralled it again. Lets it go. Great save in close.
With this puck being so close to net, this is all a reactionary save.
Shot on goal.
Oh, it was almost a really good opportunity there. I mean, it was a good opportunity. It was a good save.
Perfect pass, cut the ice in half.
Gotta get the puck out from the front of our net.
Takes it right back.
Alright. Now they gotta reset.
So he'll turn back now. That was the wall that stopped. The Wolves wheel one ahead up the wing. Through the corner. That one is knifed down. Sends to the point. It's tipped.
Jeez, Dimitriev's getting bullied up front.
The puck in the defensive zone. Dumped in. Glides to the safety behind the net.
Okay, I don't know why Dimitriev just stopped skating forward.
It's lost. Shot. He scores.
Oh man. What a turnover. What a poke check right to Hollweg, and Hollweg turns it around and just flips it up over the blocker. Same area that Gavin Pelley just beat Carlos just a bit ago. Man, what a play.
In the butterfly, it looks from my position like he's got the entire net covered. Obviously, there's a little bit open.
And Hollweg's just proven to me why he should get a one-year contract at least. Riley Hollweg has a brother named Calvin Hollweg that I just got in a trade earlier this year. Calvin might be ready for next year, but might still be another year before he's ready. So I'd love to have them play on the same team, but it's just getting to that point where I don't know if I can afford Riley's contract, being that he's mostly a fourth liner at this point. I mean, now if he's asking for a little over $1 million, that's not a big deal. But before, he was fetching a couple million a year, and that's just not the kind of contract I like to have for a fourth liner. Bad pass, but good recovery.
Got it in his own end. A shot.
Yeah. Harmless glove save there.
Minneapolis has had an exceptionally strong season this year.
There's Montreal on number 7. They're one of the better teams in the league, so they might be dangerous in the playoffs. They're going to need their goaltending to hold up. I think that's the one thing that they have over a lot of these teams in the playoffs is the goaltending. There's a lot of good playoff teams that have some good offensive and defensive depth, but don't have the goaltending, so I think a combination of Montreal's defensive depth and their goaltending is probably going to be what gives them an edge. But then they really have to rely on that top forward line to do a lot of the work for putting pucks in the net for them.
Up against the glass right now. Near the last minute of the first. Back on his stick. Fires. The shot is off.
That's going to happen. There's not a lot of room there. He just missed the shot.
Great opportunity.
Oh man, I wanted to drop that to England, but hits off the defenseman's skate.
The stick can break up a play, and it just did. Can't get a shot on. Fires. Score.
Wow.
And the game
What a shot.
even.
That one just beat Boudreaux clean. Roy Dominguez.
Great weight transfer on this slap shot.
Well, the goaltender wants to be aggressive here, but this is just perfectly delivered.
Yeah, that's a hell of a shot. I mean, Boudreaux needs to save that one all day long, but can't take away the fact that that was a great shot.
And they've taken that face off between the blue lines and won it. It's dumped in. Good work with the stick.
Well, that's going to conclude a high-scoring first period. 2 goals for each team.
Both teams got some confidence from scoring. It's 2-2. The Canadians collected the last goal of the period, and it succeeded in tying the game. Here it is again. We'll have more in a moment.
Yeah, that was a hell of a shot. So we're tied up. Nothing different after one. Same amount of shots and goals. 12-12. Time on attack is almost exactly the same. Hit total is almost exactly the same. Same amount of penalty minutes. Same amount of face-offs won. I mean, this has just been a mirror game. Holy crap. Very, very similar outcomes here. So see if one team can get an edge here in the second period.
Game tied, second period, clock moving. Lifted back in. The Canadians lug that along in the defensive zone. Receives that pass from the other side. Nice play with the stick.
That's a good poke check by Glencross.
Wasn't intentional. Didn't go well. Loose puck. The Wolves have possession in their own end. One-timer. Puck covered. Whistle blown.
It was a good attempt on the rush, but Carlos was there to stop it. So we'll get that second line out there to do some work in the offensive zone.
Face-off win here. Slid to Roy. Tries to get it on net. A good stick there, so no complete pass. Got it right back. Knocks it away with the stick. Up to the point. Good solid defensive play there. Lets it go. Just wide.
Oh, this is prime real estate right in front of the goal with the puck. You got to find a way to hit the net. You can't miss that wide.
All right.
He moves that one ahead through center. Puck loose, now picked up. Onside. Bumped off.
It's a nice hit by Crombeen.
Control the play in their own end. Cleared on out by Crombeen. Nice play with the stick. Nothing more will come.
Couldn't really shoot in that situation. There's too much traffic out front, and then tried to juke around the defense and just didn't have any space.
That one is pointed to him. Good hand to eye.
taken a huge hit, but he's continued to make the play.
Yeah, there's Malmstrom being all aggressive on defense. He likes to step into people. He's a good balance for his D pair with Franklin Davis. Davis is really aggressive as well, but he's much smaller, so he's also very offensive minded. So if we're able to get Malmstrom in there making some hits and creating problems, then allows Davis some more offensive opportunities usually.
He can start some danger here. Good jab with the stick there. Chip to Davis. Free puck now. Good defensive play. Loose puck though. Montreal's carrying it up the wing. Back on his stick. Takes a pass in the corner. The pass is off the mark. What a chance that would have been. Great glove save.
That slight hesitation by the shooter allowed the goaltender to make a beautiful glove save.
Heads on to the corner. He's got that point pass. From the outside. Blocked that one. Loose puck due to the play by Glencross.
Man.
Montreal's on the move up the wing.
Got a juicy rebound there, nothing. Oh, that was probably going to be a goal, but I didn't even pay attention to who it was. Someone laid a really nice hit down to prevent that from happening. Forward wasn't able to get the shot off because of that hit. Ooh.
Not on goal. Parked in the slot, and it's on his stick. In the slot, he's got it. Great pressure.
Oh, man. That's tough. I think that might have gone off of Vlet's stick, and then maybe either off of the stick or the knee of the forward out front. And Trajanovic, one of their better players, their top line center.
The defensive players were just running out of gas. They were running around their own zone. You got to tip your helmet to the offensive players for that shift. They really had it.
Oh, you can see Trajanovic just shoves Vlet right before the puck comes over there and kind of puts Vlet out of position.
What fork in the road are we headed for with this face?
That's tough.
Trying to go to Bobolev. Wonderful block. Picks it up in his own end. Possession now on the pickup by Carlson. Rubs him off. Tied up on the boards. Skate kick out of the scrum.
Oh, couldn't quite get there with Davis. Can't hold the zone, so we got to come back.
Now it's directed to Engelland. He's in on an onside play. That hits somebody. Directing that one to Burns. And he steps in. Fires. Great save, point blank.
You want to score goals, you have to go to this area.
Scrum over, puck kicked. A shot.
Ooh.
Outstanding save. Just
We're getting called for something. I'm not sure what. Holding, maybe?
The Wolves receive 2 minutes for holding.
Okay.
Coaches do not like this penalty. This is a lazy holding call.
Luke Roy held him up against the boards for a little too long.
The Canadiens' power play gets another chance to operate.
So now we got to kill an actual power play as opposed to the 30-second one they got last time.
Using the point. Fires. Pad block. Nice save. Tough to follow.
The Canadiens want to be an aggressive team, and this player has among the highest.
Damn, they got two really big hitters on their team.
A little under 8 minutes remaining in the period. We had a tie game until just moments ago. It's a one-goal contest. And the puck controlled by Crombeen. That was a great job. Shot back down. More time off the clock. The Canadiens in possession as they travel through the neutral zone. Breakaway chance. That's a marvelous save.
Oh, that was,
Work and goal.
I think I was more scared of the rebound attempt than I was on the initial breakaway shot.
All
Alright. Good clear. Let's get our second group out there.
Gets in. What'll he do? Shoots. Marvelous save. No time on that one. Not a hard hit, but effective. They shot it back down. Now they can get ready for another rush. Good standing poke check. Yep, shot back out. All's fine.
Right.
And the loose puck regathered by Carlson. The Canadians have moved to the neutral zone. Montreal's carrying on up the wing. Gives it to the point. Puck skipped away. He was knocked down. Making progress in their own end. A shot. Wonderful save. What skill by both goalie and shooter.
Not often you're all alone in front of the goal.
Alright, 22 seconds left on this penalty kill.
Shooter was able to get a second opportunity, but the goaltender made a couple of stops.
Boudreaux's looked kind of iffy today. I mean, he's had a couple really good saves, but I know the first goal was definitely not his fault.
Good job on the draw. All a part of generating an offense.
It's a defensive breakdown, but I don't know, that second one that tied it up, that was definitely one that you'd like to see him save. It's a pretty clean shot, no traffic, no deflection. Just a laser of a slap shot. I mean, sometimes you just get beat, but
The Wolves are back even.
Outside of scoring, I don't know how that power play could have been much better, guys. They pounded the puck at the net, had lots of traffic, just couldn't score.
Good pass up that left wing, and he's got it. Moves it to the corner. Kicked out of the scrum. The Canadians in their own end in possession as they
I have
travel.
no idea what line this is. They just put some random grouping out there. The lines are kind of jacked up right now.
Pass to the slot.
Jeez.
Point blank save there.
Not a lot of room to score from in that area. Great save.
The Wolves are lugging it back through the defensive end. He
Oh,
gets
what a
that.
pass. Go
Look at
Conklin.
this. He's alone. Can they catch him? Score!
What a freaking pass by Clackson. Holy crap. That's a hell of a stretch pass.
He had people chasing him down on a breakaway, but he found a way to score.
Got Carlos to drop and bite to his glove side and then cut back to the blocker side.
The Wolves have
And that currently puts Conklin in the lead with 62 points. Now Pelley and Clackson both have 61 and Luke Roy's at 60. Let's take a look at this real quick. I don't know if Darcy Nichols will get an assist for that, but Clackson gets the puck, kind of gets bumped, but stays with it. And as he comes from behind the net, you can see up here Conklin's breaking and gets between the defense, and a hell of a pass by Clackson springs him for the goal there. That's huge.
Can they break it before the end of the
Yeah,
second
Nichols does
period?
get an assist on that one. And we are all tied up.
Possession established here. And this play
Ah.
is whistled down. It is offside.
Line cross went a little early. You know, for a team that's got two guys in the top 10 of hits, we have 10 more hits than them this game, so we're being the aggressor right now.
Gains the blue line. That puck went loose off the enemy. Goes back deep for it. Two sticks together, they cancel. A terrific job on the cut pass. The defense was in the way. Loose puck.
Yep. Alright.
That play went offside.
Get that second line out there.
So good lately. Every time the puck's on his stick, you get that sense something dramatic is going to happen. Whether he's scoring the goal or setting the play up, he's been in the middle of everything.
Face-off win, and now what will they do with it? Chipped up the wing to Vavila. Looking to Capaduca. And that play is offside.
That might have been because of the hit that was laid out there. I think that was Galvin that hit him and forced the offside there. It's good. Get a neutral zone draw here.
And the Good, solid defensive play with the stick. Blocked away.
Good sticks from Montreal to break up the pass.
The Canadians with possession up the wing. Got it at the point. Big time save. Big time shooter. A giveaway. Nearing the last minute of this middle period. Snapping a pass to Roy.
Oh. Didn't complete the pass, but got it out of the zone.
Looks over his options here. Clock continues to get to the smaller numbers here, but there may be time for another
Okay,
rush.
now I got my own guys running into each other.
Thrown in. That one goes back in where a goaltender can make this play, not a defenseman.
Alright. And just like the first period, we're going to end tied after the second period.
A well-deserved rest is at hand.
I felt like Montreal had the momentum after tying it up and then getting the goal early in the second. Then they had that power play. But as soon as we killed that power play and then got this goal right here on that breakaway, momentum's kind of shifting back our way. Hopefully we can carry that into the third period here. Wow. Shots went way up for Montreal. Now they're out shooting us 25-15. We are out hitting them 22-11. They have way more time on attack than us and more power play opportunity than us, although they did not capitalize on their power play. And then you can see their face-offs one is in our favor, so we went from an eerily similar first period to now the second period was even on the scoreboard, but very, very different on how we got there. So can't let Montreal outshoot us that bad this period. I don't think we're going to win if that's the case.
A tie contest going into the third period. We're underway. Dumped in. Can he generate something? Good quick poke check there. Takes that pass off the boards. Good use of the stick. Broke that pass up. And he lets it go.
Nice block there.
Good use of the stick. Broke that pass up. Into the attacking end. Right into the slot. Taken over again. Minneapolis in their own end, controlling play now. Takes it right back.
Oh.
Keeps it going up the wing. Puck loose, denied by the defense. And offside is called.
All right.
They've won the faceoff. It's an onside play. On the outside, a shot. Great stick save. Minneapolis is leaving the defensive zone behind. And it's lifted back out of trouble. Take drive. Oh,
ooh.
And he misses.
Oh, that shot exploded off the stick. Just over the net.
Two sticks together, it goes to the offense. Gaining space, maybe time.
Jeez, they have just had so many good
Moving along.
poke checks, some good sticks. They've had some great block shots. I mean, you can tell that this team has a really good D-core. It's been very evident today, and also could be one of the reasons why our shots are so much lower than theirs, because they're just not getting through right now.
A little under 4 minutes have passed here in the third. We've seen a lot of offense so far, some of it successful. 3-3.
You can feel it because, I mean, you can
The Canadians recoiling back.
you could just tell when they're positioned better, when their defensive awareness is higher. They know where to be, when to be there.
Right over him.
You talk about cutting down the angle. Perfectly executed by the goaltender.
And they've got it again. Pitching it to Bobalev. Moved along and in. Minneapolis in their own end, carrying it now. Pass attempt to Crombeen.
Ooh.
Great stick work.
That would have been great if we could have gotten that through, but a great poke check there.
The Wolves with possession in the defensive zone. Blue pass.
Oh, Davis again overskating the puck. It's the second one this game that he's overskated.
Able to attack now.
Yeah.
Shoots. Oh, that one hit someone on the way.
Malmstrom with another big hit on someone.
Gotten to the neutral zone. Knocked off the puck. Good defensive play, hand to eye and center ice.
Just get it deep in the zone and try and dig it out.
Picked up. Loose puck. It went off one of the guys there. The Canadians control the play at center. Back to the point. Oh,
Ooh, man, that was a juicy rebound. Luckily, their forward wasn't right there. I mean, he was there to get the rebound, but he wasn't there in time to get the shot off before Boudreaux was able to recover.
He's got it there. He wants to clear it out. Pass through center ice. And he dumps it in. The Canadians up the wing are moving the puck. Has it in his own end. Gains the zone and looks over his options. Paddled aside. Oh, wonderful play.
Damn, these passes just aren't getting through at all.
The Wolves are controlling in their own end.
I really wish that I'd get our line change completed. There we go. There's Glencross.
Flips that wrist shot. Save. Held there for
At this point, I can't
coming up next.
keep trying to get too fancy or make too many passes. We just got to throw it at the net because we got to make something happen. We're not, the pretty plays aren't working on this team.
Solid, clean win. Nice tip of the pass. Montreal's in control of the puck up the wing. Good job with the poke check. Shoots one. Blundered away.
It was a good save, but it was an awkward save.
Skate kick out of the scrum. Hangs on to that one, and he'll see a face-off right near it.
You're not going to beat a goaltender of this caliber with that shot. That's a pretty easy blocker stop.
I don't know. He didn't make it look easy. Had to stretch back across on that one.
Good job on that face-off, tying the man up. Propelled to England. Lets a shot fly. Poke checked away.
Almost got that rebound.
Complete pass. On blue, strong defensive play by England. Gets in, and he'll look over his options. With a shot. Great glove save.
Good save.
Feeds the point. Those big pillows
Ooh.
on his legs came in handy then. On to Carlson. That's a
Nice save. That was a good opportunity for us.
pitching this one to Para. The Canadians up the wing lock the puck. Shoots it on. The shot is off.
That's going to happen. There's not a lot of room there. He just missed the shot.
Oh.
Fires off.
Oh, man. Had a saucer pass finally get through. Saucer pass get through the traffic and then led to an opportunity, but oh man. And it looks like Curry on his way back on D stuck his stick out and got a trip. So frustrating, especially when it happens by the computer-controlled people.
This is an easy call for the official, Doc. Player made no attempt to play the puck and just tripped up the attacking
That's
player.
brutal.
They moved the puck around beautifully on a power play, just nothing to show for it.
I agree entirely.
Especially this late in the game, that's going to be tough if they score. Not going to have much time to get back. So we're going to have to do our best to kill that. Good start.
Nice pass right up the gut. The Canadians have control of the puck along the boards.
I don't know how he got up after being on the receiving end of that hit. Just gliding back to the bench now.
And it's cleared out of there. They must retreat and start back again.
Luckily, that was us making a hit on one of them to lead to a potential injury. It sounds like it was a big hit that. Oh God.
Shoots, can't get it on net.
Here's one of those.
This is not good.
Look at the net and there's nothing there. That's where you just got to shoot for the center of the net. Fires wide of the net. Oh, close call there.
All right, good clear.
Penalty killers. The Canadians are starting back in the defensive zone. Trying the probe up the wing. A shot. What a reaction save.
The goalie makes himself look big.
Oh, Crombeen almost got that.
Again. The clock still moves. The Canadians in their own end have control of the puck. Nice stand-up poke check there.
Right.
This one comes into the possession of the
Good
guy
clear.
who's supposed to stop all these. Montreal's looking to head man up the wing. Little pass that can start some progress ahead. Lets it go. Ooh, what a break.
Oh, good block by Cummins.
Cleared back out. Not much pressure there. Strong play. Good reach. Lets it go.
Oh.
One timer.
Oh man, I thought that was in. What a glove save by Boudreau. That was a hell of a shot.
Guys, bone-jarring hit here. He was hurt immediately.
He's fine though. He's still in the game. Some 17-on-17 violence right there.
Just over 3 minutes to go in the period. There have been some goals in this one. It's 3-3. That is a large win by the defensive centerman. Congratulations to him. That one fired down. The defense will win the race.
That's what I wanted to do, but way harder than I wanted to. Malmstrom just ripped that, and we're right back to where we were.
And they've won that draw. One-timer.
Ooh.
What a break. That shot hit somebody.
Ooh, good poke shot. Get there, get there, get there, get there, get there.
Walking a thin line near the border there.
Alright.
The Canadians
Alright.
hopefully shifting from defense to offense.
Just trying to pass it around the boards to Pelley. Pelley just top skating. So that didn't work.
Right back. And he gains the zone. Continues on back a little further. Passing one off now to Davis. Takes that pass from the other point man.
Oh, that's a hell of a save.
Get it past.
You want to score goals, you have to go to this area. 1 minute.
Oh, he had a great
Nice
chance
glove
to
save.
shoot there, and he did, but it was answered by the glove.
That was a nice glove save by Carlos. It really came out to challenge Glenn Cross, who didn't really have
Game plan for this.
much
If
of a
you
look
win
at all
it,
after
if you
that.
win it, you've got a chance. Otherwise, no luck. Let's see. We are in the last minute. Outstanding
Oh,
save.
what a
Just
save.
reputation. You can smell a goal there. Looking from the blue line.
Oh,
Shot. Wonderful save of an all-star.
that was a high
shot.
stick on Clackson. I'm going to go ahead and call timeout.
A penalty has been called at a critical
We only have
point in the
41
game.
seconds
And the
left in
power play
regulation.
comes
It'll
out.
carry over into
Both teams will
overtime
benefit
if
from
we
this
need it to,
timeout.
but
Who will be the
call
offensive
timeout
team
real
after
quick,
the
give my
face-off?
guys a rest, and get the top unit out there at full strength.
To re-instruct his team about what he wants to happen. He hasn't looked real happy.
They win the draw. Let's see if it pays off. He takes that point.
Oh, let's go! Andrew Clackson with the one-timer, and it bounces off of Glenn Cross and goes in. I don't know what they're celebrating there. Maybe Glenn Cross hit 50 points. That might be what it is. I think he did.
I don't care how hard you shoot the puck from there, you can't score on a slap shot.
The Butterflies become a default.
I mean, yes, it's a very exciting goal, but that animation is a milestone animation when somebody hits a significant
Minneapolis
number.
has scored to go in the lead by one now.
That's huge. Just real quick, I want to watch that back real fast. And this is why you get your big guys out there. First of all, Glenn Cross wins the face-off, gets it back to Clackson. Clackson over to Vlek. It's the defense moving one way, and then back to Clackson, who just rips one, and Glenn Cross is right there to tip it off his stick on the back door and right past Carlos. Now we got to hold on for 37 seconds.
Perhaps they can win. Perhaps it will be overtime. And he throws it in. Hopes of getting it back.
At this point of the game, you cannot afford to make any mistakes. That puck's got to get in deep.
Gains the zone. Montreal's getting the goalie to the bench. Net empty. Extra man out. Net empty.
And that's going to seal it, as Conklin is going to take the lead for the team on points this year on the very last day. I believe that's going to be 63 for him, 62 for Pelley, 61 for, or maybe 62 for Clackson, 61 or 62.
Everybody can exhale a little bit now once the empty netter goes in.
And while it has been a fairly disappointing year for Conklin, hitting 63 points a year after getting 61 goals and 94 points, I think, in total, so he took a 30-point hit, which is brutal, but honestly, it was a year for him that felt really, really off, and being able to still lead the team after all that is huge. And we are ending the season on a positive note. Our big guns did exactly what we needed them to. Got goals from Glenn Cross, Pelley, and Conklin, each of our top liners. 2 goals from Conklin, actually. And then, yeah, like I said, it's just really nice way to end the game, get that momentum going into the playoffs, and get that confidence for that #1 line as Glenn Cross comes back from injury. There you have it. Outshot 35-26, but Boudreau held up in the end. And there's our top line doing work. Conklin, 2 goals, 1 assist. Glenn Cross with 1 goal, 2 assists. Pelley with 1 goal and 1 assist. And our top line contributes 4 of the 5 goals in the game. So, big W for us there. And it's going to be exciting to see what this team can do in the playoffs. We will be without Desharnais until the end of April, which means we might have to go a series or 2 without him, maybe even 3 depending upon how bad his concussion is, but I mean, we have to get that far first. Let's take a look here how things finished up stat wise. Again, Conklin 63 points, so nobody blew us away this year. Nobody in the 70s, 80s, 90s, or 100s for points, but we had 4 guys finish in the 60s, which may be a franchise first. I'm going to have to go back and take a look at that. But you got Conklin with 63, Clackson with 62, Pelley with 62, and Luke Roy finishes with an even 60. You got Joel Villette up there with 57 points. Desharnais finished with 52. And yeah, Glenn Cross, the reason they were celebrating that one so much on the go-ahead goal was because he did hit 50 points, and then on that empty netter at the end there, he hit 51. England finishes at 49, just one shy of 50. And we got a bunch of guys in the 40s, and there's Roy Crombeen for a 34-year-old who was pretty much relegated to a 3rd line, sometimes 2nd line winger. There was maybe a little bit of time where he was a 4th line. Anyway, but mostly a bottom 6 forward role. 37 points is definitely solid. There's Malmstrom. Galvin really came into his own at the end of the season. That's a lot to ask from a kid that started the year 20 years of age. Now he's 21 at the end of the year, but really young kid, really low overall, but with a ton of potential. He really came into his own at the end of the year. Nikolai Dmitriev, signed him a few weeks, maybe even a month into the season, found him in the free agent pool. The dude put up 33 points in 60 games as mostly a 4th liner. When you can get a goal from him every other game, or not a goal, but a point from him every other game, that's huge. Cummins kind of struggled this year points-wise, but 40 plus minus. That's extremely solid. Then you see some of the guys here at the bottom, like Mestry, Bulbrook, Lukowicz, Bright Cruz, Backstrom, and Carlson, who were mostly just role players when guys got injured. Those guys played really solid for us this year. I look forward to seeing what they accomplish in the future. And here's our final goaltending statistics. And Boudreau finishes with a .929 save percentage and his goals against just under 2. That's incredible. 5 shutouts for Boudreau. And he was an undrafted goaltender, let's remember that. Clackson, on the other hand, was drafted first round, 22nd overall by the Canadians. And we traded for him, so... yeah, really solid season from these guys, and like I said, we're going to see what happens. I'm gonna save real fast. Now we're gonna simulate a day or two just to see what the playoff matchups look like. Like I said, we're just really waiting to see if Vancouver or Chicago takes this final spot, and that will solidify the playoff race. Alright, so let's advance a day. Blackhawks have 92 points, so do the Canucks. Each have 1 game left. Looks like the Canucks won and the Blackhawks lost in overtime. And the Blackhawks lost again in overtime while the Canucks won their game. So the Canucks come back on the very final game of the year. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Chicago lost to Calgary in overtime. And Vancouver beat Ottawa. Wow. The Flames are well out of the playoffs, but played spoilers to the Blackhawks, and that honestly is huge. I hate the Blackhawks so much, and they're a good team. They're a tough team to play in the playoffs, so actually that would have been my first round matchup too, so I'm going to be going up against the Canucks instead of the Blackhawks this year. Out of curiosity, I'm going to take a look and see what we did against the Canucks. Beat them 2-1 back in February. And beat them 5-1 in December. That should have been the only 2 times we played them, and it was, yeah. So beat them twice. The second one was much closer than the first. But, that being said, regular season is over. We got the Canucks, got the Kings and Oilers, the Sharks and the Coyotes, the Stars and the Jets on the Western Conference. Eastern Conference, you got the Lightning and the Hurricanes. You've got the Canadiens and the Panthers, the Rangers and the Blue Jackets, and the Islanders and the Penguins. It's gonna be fun Stanley Cup Finals here, or Stanley Cup playoffs. I'm sure the finals will be fun. Hopefully we're in it, but our road goes through the Canucks first, and we'll have to share some of that later, but for now we're gonna end the stream here. The Minneapolis Wolves are victorious over the Montreal Canadiens. Jared Conklin yet again finishes as our top point getter on the year. And we are headed to a very interesting playoff series. So, we'll see you next time.